on here for we're going to talk Penn State for a second.
I know nothing, so this is good. This will be good.
I don't know anything either. Our Penn State guy's back there and won't come up here.
Yeah, Big Red Dog.
Clifford. What's up, boys?
Welcome to an impromptu session at Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture. We're still here at the Sean Foy Bachelor Party. We got Mr. Brett Ritchie. We got Clifford the Big Red Dog in the back. We have Drew Burton back there. It's eating whatever he's eating. He's probably grazing still. And we have Mr. Brooks Rothschild. So we're just kind of kicking around, watching some of the college football games, and wanted to pose a question to the group. We kind of just brought it up right before we went live. Is James Franklin on the hot seat if Penn State really can't get over the hump? So if anybody wants to kind of chime in on that question.
Our resident Penn State guy back there doesn't want to talk about it.
Wearing red.
I think he's got to be, right? Because he just can't win the big one. I think we talked about this a little bit, but like he's I don't know. It just seems like their regular seasons are always great, but like they're just not taking that next step. It's kind of like what the whole Harbaugh thing was for a little while when he almost got fired for not beating Ohio State and getting to the playoffs.
He took a pay cut, I believe, actually, in Michigan.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like Penn State's kind of in that time frame right now as well, where it's like James Franklin has to show some sort of improvement. I know they're great. I feel like you got to see something more than what you're seeing, right? I mean, you guys expect it. So
Yeah, but let's throw this out there too, right? I'm sitting here thinking my Penn State football knowledge.
same.
But if we go way back, like this is who Penn State is every year. Like a top 15 team that never has won a big game. And that's like as long as I can remember. Always been really good. But you know, do you get rid of Franklin?
You guys have won once, right?
What?
How many national championships?
Two, 3. Yeah, one word. What years? 80s.
In the 80s with Joe Pa. And Brett, you're right here, but I think that's where I guess the question stems from is you get to this max and it seems like you just can't get over the hump. So you've got to get a change at some point or another. James Franklin will find another job. I mean, he was a hot coordinator with Maryland. Huh?
Vanderbilt, great.
Yeah.
No, he was at Maryland.
He was actually supposed to take over Fort Bridge, I believe. He was like the coach in waiting and then went to Vandy.
That's real kind of there, John. Penn State, Joe Collins, that's like a lot of
There you go. What do you call James Franklin's going to be dancing on the sidelines here.
Yeah.
all day.
So Drew
Never doubt.
Drew live betted this in the first half when Bowling Green was up 10, I think, and he got it for 9.5 for Penn State to win. But I think he's going to hit it here soon.
Don't miss that.
Yeah, just jinxed it. They just scored a touchdown, 33-24. So he's at his 9.
He's at half.
So he's probably going to miss this extra point.
Okay, State.
Oh, really?
Okay, State came back.
Another comment going on college football as we sit here. We got quadruple box going on the TV that I know our listeners can't see. But Mike Gundy, that's a dog I want to fight in an alley. The mullet man.
Well, yeah, he's still growing it back. Got it.
Is he 40? Oh, he's.
I mean, no, he's 50-something
He's
now.
56.
Yeah, but he's a man.
I'm a man.
He said, because he was on the McAfee show like 2 weeks ago, maybe, and he said that was the best recruiting tool he ever had. That like rant he had. The reporter coming after the quarterback.
Hell yeah. He was like viral before it was spot.
Yeah. He was social media before social media. And he said that his kids, I think specifically his son, one son, was not happy that he cut the mullet. Because apparently his kids were like, look, the mullet's coming back, like in the fashion world. He's like, all right, I'm gonna grow it back. Here we go. He just looks like a stone cold coach. He looks like he's exactly where he needs to be.
And on top of that, though, kind of love that they like still have players.
Oh, I 100% love it.
I mean, it's awesome. You don't see it.
If I'm a recruit, I'm like, hell yeah, that's somebody I want in my corner. Yeah.
And even McAfee said, he goes, like, when he was, I guess McAfee was either in college or in high school at the time of that statement came out, or that press conference came out. He's like, that's a guy I want to play for, like right away. So,
I mean, Texas is, what's the Texas-Michigan score on how they are smoking Michigan? 24-6 or something like that. It's where a commercial break, so we're waiting on that.
Yeah, you want to play. Kelly had that weird loss this week.
So he slammed the table. We're better than this. Had a follow because I've done a lot more in my career.
Brian Kelly, I hate Brian.
I think he's really
Would you want to play?
No.
no,
big time.
When he went down the first thing, he got on the microphone when he first got to LSU at the basketball game, and he had the Southern accent, like, "You guys are now my family." I'm like, what?
You basically took a word out of my mouth, phony. He seems like a poser.
Yes.
And when he was even at Cincinnati, he would be that guy, be like in your face, mean mug, like you could see his blood start boiling. But it just never seemed like it was sincere. It just seemed like it was
He
an
had that
act.
stupid dancing video with his recruit.
His
recruit
he's
dressed
dressed.
it was-
Kelly is running.
So he's-
all of this dude, recruit, high school player.
So-
So with that 360.
Yeah, one of those
camera
360
bot.
cameras
Oh,
where you like dance and stuff, and he's doing like this awkward little dance. And like, it's so weird. I mean, the guy actually plays for the team now, but he was in high school and was dressed in full head to toe, like LSU uniform, like he was shooting a commercial or something. Like that's just weird. I don't know.
He'll end up at Bama.
So we'll go on the weird coaches thing. Phony, not phony, I don't know. Notre Dame's head coach. We think that's real. We think it's a little over the top. I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, the new guy?
This year. I mean, he's walking in the tunnel this week. And
I believe it's Marcus
I think he's
Freeman.
trying to
Marcus
get Marcus
Freeman, yeah.
Freeman, so he'll have to walk out. He just got hard driver for his ass or what? He is. I think he'll suit up. People love it.
I know.
Yeah.
I like him. I mean, Christ, I like him better than Ryan Kelly.
Of course.
He played linebacker at Ohio State. I don't remember what the years were.
Yeah, I thought he was a Notre Dame. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he definitely played back there at Ohio State. If he went to Notre Dame for like prior to going to Ohio State, he transferred or something, I don't know. But that video where he gets the job and he comes into the weight room, he's still in like the suit from the interview with the athletic director. And he comes in and the team
players.
just goes nuts because they
Yeah.
wanted him to get the job so bad. And like that looked like real sincere, like I'm your guy, as opposed to this fake
Yeah.
accent BS.
Yeah, that was really cool. But I mean, this is what his third year now, second or third
It
year.
is too. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I
Yeah,
believe so.
so he's got some new player. He got maybe some of his players coming in here finally. I don't know if they're actually playing or not. But
I like that. He was on the Dan Patrick show when they went to Ireland for the Notre Dame USC game last year, and he was firing back because Will Ferrell's a USC guy. He was firing back at Will Ferrell for just jokes, and I was like,
Yeah.
"That's awesome." Because Will Ferrell's so quick on his feet.
It's a tough fight to take.
that is, but there's no other way that you can do it. You can't take it serious. Like you have to try to play along. But
And stellar looking man. And we got to do the Hawkeye draft at some point, boys. We got to do it. Stellar looking man.
His pants were painted on the pants last night. Painted.
Kelly, coach.
yeah,
Yeah, he's out, right? Because of like violations.
yeah, which is
By the way, greatest exit
ridiculous.
interview story. The coach lets you go, pay out. Lieutenant goes, thank you very much for joining me. Really?
That's awesome.
$17 million.
Yeah, he's like,
Bought out.
I'm gonna go live somewhere on the beach.
Go Tigers.
He's got the best voice.
Oh,
He does.
He tells a
Sounds like
coach.
he smokes like 30 cigars a day.
I think he eats the cigars.
He kind of looks like a cigar.
He tells a great story about when he was recruiting for USC. He was like the USC O coordinator or something, and they were trying to get Adrian Peterson to come to USC. And Adrian Peterson even said that USC was his second school over Oklahoma. And he talks about they go down to recruit Adrian Peterson. They know they want him really bad. They made that very evident to him. And Adrian Peterson tells him, I need my father to be able to see me play college football games. And Adrian Peterson's father at the time was incarcerated. So Ed Ogeron, they actively at USC tried to get his father transferred to a Los Angeles prison. No, it's a real story.
I didn't know that, but
That's crazy.
Ogeron was at USC when Pete Carroll took over. Everyone got to go the entire program. Ogeron never got, hey, you're gone. It's just like, as of right now, all I know, I'm still coach at USC. So he's flying all around. He's still going to high school games, and all of a sudden, the helicopter comes right in, and it wasn't announced yet. It was still the day before. Pete Carroll shows up and said, Coach, what are you doing here? He's on, he's whatever. Right now, I'm still coach. He goes, okay. Come to field tomorrow. I'm being announced. Don't tell anyone. It's still hush hush. Okay. Goes in. Pete Carroll gets announced to USD.
Yeah.
Only coach he kept was Orgeron. He rocked 4 times after did it 2 years in the last season with Southern California. And
Probably only
kept him going.
Probably the only guy who kept working.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, good job. No one told me I fired it. I'm doing it.
Still getting paid, aren't I?
Yeah.
Once a coach, always a coach. Going off the USC stuff, Pete Carroll, while he was the coach, his offense coordinator at that time was Lane Kiffin. And there was this hot shot quarterback prospect named Tim Tebow. And Lane Kiffin is like, we're going to be able to get him. We're going to fly down to where Jacksonville, Florida, wherever he lives. We're going to fly down there. We're going to get him. There's no chance we're getting this guy. Like, none. He goes, Coach, I swear. Lane Kiffin was like, I swear we're going to get him. He said that they fly down, private jet. They get there. They drive up to the house. And Lane Kiffin immediately goes, I screwed up. There was a Florida Gator doormat, a Florida Gator mailbox, Florida Gator everything in the house. It's like, we're so screwed. And he said they give the spiel or whatever, and they walk out. Pete Carroll goes, how do you think that went?
Well, he grew up a Gators fan, didn't he? Yeah, that's hard to pull somebody away from like your
We
childhood.
get Drew's bet on the line here. The field goal at Penn State Bowling Green game.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no. I mean, they're gonna kneel.
They're going to take 2 Gs. You really need an onside kick to go really bad here. Yeah.
I think so, as long as you don't fall on it, right? All right, for those watching, it's 20. Obviously, they hit that extra point. We were talking, messing around, saying he was going to miss it probably. So they were up 10. Now Bowling Green just came down the field and kicked a field goal to make it 27-34. So Drew's bet's not looking great here with 47 seconds left. Sorry, Drew.
This is an easy.
It's a lot.
NFL Super Bowl winning coach.
God, I have no idea.
John Gruden? Oh, current coach? Current coach. Ooh.
McVay?
He might get taken in the night.
McVay?
And he'll be a 5th round pick.
That was a complete guess, actually. But like,
I said, my guy.
oh yeah, I got you.
So years in, being they recall plays from 4 years ago. It's insane.
Oh,
He's got a mind.
Recall.
Yeah.
Steel trash.
I still go back to that Washington Redskins team with Jay Gruden. There's like 5 NFL coaches that are currently.
I thought that was live on the last class.
How did Jay Gruden lose games?
McVay, before, the guy in Minnesota.
McDaniel was there, Mike McDaniel, and Kyle Shanahan.
McDaniel was like an
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, great.
I think I think they said in Miami the reason they even gave him an interview is because Kyle Shanahan kept McDaniel everywhere he went, no matter where he went. If he went to when he went to Atlanta and was the offensive coordinator, he kept McDaniel as like the run game, the passing game coordinator, or whatever the hell it was. And like he was Shanahan's right hand man. They wanted offense, and obviously they have it now in Miami.
They got a track team down there.
That is a track team. It's so all you guys out there and anybody that watches this at any point, just seeing a regular kickoff or onside kick is actually now therapeutic to watch, based on what this NFL shit is.
Yeah, we'll recap the Ravens probably sometime this week. We're not going to do it at this moment.
This isn't a bad onside kick.
that first line of guy who missed it.
Low up. Oh,
He got
great hands right there. Yeah, that was. I mean, it's about as good as you could do.
You might as well send a kick down.
Yeah, you take a 70-yard field goal so you can win your bet.
We had 2 running backs, Victor and Allen. Got legit potential. Allen's been talked about the quarterback. He would be something special, but we've had 4 of those in a row going to the broken through. I mean, look, it's slowly still being on the roster right now.
Yeah.
The goddamn.
I want to say the Cardinals.
That's where he was last.
Yeah, watching the Cardinals back down hard. That makes sense.
I could have. When Drew and I were driving down a couple days ago, I was starting to hear that Colt McCoy had just retired this past season. Colt McCoy, Drew, what do you do? Sure.
That's the job in the NFL. You're gonna be on the field.
Well, Charlie Whitehurst, Clipboard Jesus.
He pulled it out, but not for Drew.
Not for Drew.
Very
Is
really.
that right?
Yeah, why don't you?
So, you want to recap your parlay that you have?
Former Clemson wide receiver DeAndre Overton died at 20.
Alabama, Auburn, West Virginia, Tennessee, Oregon, Maryland, Navy.
That's our parlay for the house for play money. If we hit that bet, we got play money.
I literally couldn't take it. It was locked.
All right. Switching gears here. You guys want to talk about how freaking amazing Dean Kramer was yesterday?
Yes, I do.
Holy moly!
Yes, I do.
The Orioles just shoved it. I've never been more of a fan of the man bun in my life than I was last night. That was awesome.
Fucking dealing, man.
Just shoving it.
Coming off of the race, too.
Yeah.
We got Eflin going today. Yeah. Things are looking up right now. Knock on wood. I think we saw Westberg was throwing without a cast.
Oh, was it really?
Playing catch, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Who?
Who is?
Oh, he's playing
Oh,
the game today.
okay.
First, I know he got cleared to do all baseball activities, but
He's the one that got the concussion. No, that was
Yeah.
yeah.
he got hit in the head.
Yeah.
He got hit in the head. He's had a concussion that keeps kind of coming and going. But Drew just said he makes his first rehab start in the minors today. So hopefully he can stay a little bit healthy.
Oh yeah, expanded rosters coming up. Did they just
They
have
already-
it?
they already expanded.
Okay. You might want to get that a little closer to it. I've had to learn this. through,
Manhandle it.
Yeah.
Manhandle it. There you go.
I've had to learn this through Brooks. Get within like a fist length of the microphone.
like they say, like fingers or whatever. But
La, 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 la.
yeah, man. I mean, we have Eflin today, and then Burns tomorrow. Would love to see a sweep. Not counting on it. Sweeps are hard.
Super difficult.
You see that guy with the push-up?
Yeah.
Is that like a tradition?
A lot of college.
Yeah.
On a board and then taking forward? It's funny.
Imagine
I think
if Notre Dame were
Notre Dame
any
does
more
that, too.
leather in this Texas game on the sideline.
What is it?
Yeah, he's there. He's got like a leather hat on, a leather jacket, probably wearing leather pants,
What's
probably got leather underwear.
What's his title? He has he has a title for the Texas team. It's like chief. For lack of a better term, it's like chief vibes coordinator or something like that. But it's actually like a title, but that's basically what it is. And I can't remember his actual title that he goes by there. But he does technically work for the team. He has a role there, but I'm sure he doesn't get paid, obviously.
How do you guys feel we're watching the Oklahoma State Arkansas game right now? It's a pretty close one. How do you guys feel about, or do you see this as a trend? I'll pose a question like this. Do you see this as a trend? Oklahoma State is now putting QR codes. They're not allowed to have them on their helmets per the NCAA.
They have
But
one
there are
now.
cue cards. No, they were about to put them on, and then the NCAA came and said,
Yeah,
you
they could
can't
take them off.
take them off. But they have QR codes on the walls of the stadium. They have QR codes in the pubs around town, and you can actually scan it and send money to either the NIL,
The NIL
like
fund.
the fund, or you can send it directly to a player. Do you think that's going to be a trend that picks up
It's
around?
gotta filter through the fund. It is. I mean, I think it's great.
Yeah, they were going to put them on the back of their. They were going to put a decal on the back of their helmets. The NCAA came out like
Yeah, they had them on there.
a couple days prior,
there's
and
a
we're like, you
picture.
can't do that. Now, I don't know why that is.
In that sense, cool as a gimmick. Well, you're never going to be able to scan that's helmet when you're forced to.
Unless you pause the game and
But it is a cool thing you're talking about. Right?
Yeah.
So again, down the marketing.
Now you know about it.
football now.
Yeah.
You're aware of it. You're thinking about it.
Or you're there and, you know, somebody just catches an 80-yard bomb, right? Sweet pick, and you go your seat. And you're
you're like, I want to buy. I want to.
It wouldn't
I
surprise
want
me
to buy
if
that
the
guy a
urinal-
beer tonight.
It wouldn't surprise me if the urinal cakes are actually QR codes now. I thought you'd see.
What's your Euro cake situation look like?
I'm sending number 82, $20.
If I get a hint that you don't have your urinal cake situation figured out, I'm not going.
What's your bills like? How many bills you
You're a urinal cake.
got? Oh, down Razorback.
See, you got the QR code right there on the wall, right there next to that Razorback.
I see it.
Kansas State just scored 2.
Is that a replay or was that live? It's delaying 60.
Looks like it's live. Well, a replay of what just happened, I guess. But still, I mean, they've made quite a comeback too, because Tulane was beating them pretty good.
Yeah.
Not that anybody gives a shit about Kansas State Tulane, but people who bet it do. And honestly, Arkansas was whooping OK State's ass
It's not a game.
for a while.
Good ball game between Arkansas and Oklahoma State.
You got the O's game coming up here soon.
Yeah,
4 o'clock.
4:05.
Maryland game starts here in a couple minutes.
We're not going to stay on too long today. We're just going to some of the guys went to the brewery for the day. We're sitting around just kind of, for lack of a better term, dicking around. So we figured we'd jump on, talk to some people. Drew's still back there making 4 bets, I think.
Still chasing tomorrow.
How much you chasing right now, Drew? Drew was chasing 600 last night at one point.
Well, I'm a little less now on this trip. Yes.
So like 550.
I'll pay for the gas on the ride. All right, don't worry, man. Oh man,
We got Oklahoma State there, +10.
If you watched our fantasy draft, the ever popular realtor we were talking about He's right over there. And he,
Yeah,
and, he, and he has not been thrown in jail. So good news.
That's converted someone this weekend.
He's
still haven't even.
It wasn't that bad, bro. We were just giving a shit.
only man I've ever seen drink red wine and bachelor my entire life.
I mean,
That we weren't in a vineyard.
he's fancy.
Who brought that? It wasn't
I have no idea.
I didn't see that until like last night. So did somebody buy it last night, or did they just keep it in their car?
Was it Dave? That was Dave.
Whoever brought it, who the fuck brings boxed wine to a bachelor party?
You know what? I think the guys would like a round of wine while I'm there. Maybe we'll get
Hey, bring furry handcuffs or something, dude. Bring them in. It smells.
it foul back.
Shout out to Blackhawks.
Black box sponsorship. Here we
Drew
go.
just said shout out to Black Box future sponsorship.
Oh,
Possibly
yeah.
you. Oh my gosh.
Fumble recovery for a touchdown?
Okay, State, was that a fumble?
Drew, what do you have on this Oklahoma State game?
I had that plus 10, so we're good.
Yeah. Well, no. OK State. You have OK State, or you have?
I did it live when they were down big first half.
Yeah, I was gonna say that to start the game because I looked at betting this, and they were -7. But then right before the game, they went to like, oh, he just didn't go down.
No, yeah, he did. He rolls on his thumb. He's down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
His
yeah.
elbow too.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, they jumped to -10. I didn't realize you live betted it. I thought you took the -10 before the game. Tell you what, Michigan looks like shit.
Yeah.
Or is Texas that good? I don't know.
I mean, they're getting shellacked. Home stadium.
So have we just solidified Henderson staying in the leadoff role at this point?
I think it should.
I
Have
think
to,
we
right?
probably should. Yeah.
Have to. There's no other choice.
The Gunners got to stay there. I do like you can slowly begin to see Holiday is creeping up. Now this might be pitching matchup stuff, lefty righty, but Holiday, I think he's gone from the 9 spot. Now he's up to the 2nd spot in today's lineup. So maybe it's a slow creep.
Dude, he's the only one. Well, not the only one, but like he's the only one. Like I sit there and watch that looks like he's trying to he's thinking about situational hitting with runners on base. Like because some of these other guys, some of the swings and approaches, like their game plan
change.
doesn't look like a game.
He's playing baseball. He's like into the game.
You don't say.
I'm going to disagree with you on one player only, because I do agree with basically your entire statement, other than one player, and that is Slade. I think he is always looking. He is scrappy.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention though. But I mean,
He's a body player.
yeah, he's platooning out there.
The other, like the Holiday, like I was watching him a week ago, and they shifted the play game. He
Yeah.
started, like looking at the left side.
Yeah.
Go,
He put a bunt down over there.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, yeah. I mean, Christ, how many times did we call for that? Like when the shift was actually a thing.
well, Mullins had a ton of this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He's trying more recently, but yeah, for most of this year, he hasn't been as much.
So Santander put that down. Santander put down a couple bunts. I can't remember against what team that shipped really hard. But that was like only 2 games out of all the games played.
Bunt. They should have full back and close it.
Chris Davis.
Yeah. Everybody was just losing their fucking minds.
Especially if you have a right-handed pitcher fall onto the left side of the mound and you have no third baseman basically at all, why not put it down? Because no one's going to be able to get to it.
I mean, just right, 0-0 count, right? Like your first pitch, give it a try, maybe even show it. Like,
Yeah.
give yourself a little bit of a hole over there. Like,
Takes 2 more steps away from the guys.
Exactly.
Exactly. Even if you show it, you got them now. You've changed the mindset. Now they're thinking a little bit.
now they have to respect it a little bit,
Yeah.
or they're just like, you know what, screw it, try it again. But I don't know. I think it's worth. I think it's worth like at least show whether they respect it or not.
It's the same as a pitcher. Pickoff. You just keep honest.
Yeah.
See it, you're there.
Any update on when Webb's coming back? I know we talked about he's doing some
Um,
rehab stuff, but is there any like official date or?
I don't think so. I would assume this week, but I don't really know.
Okay.
I guess it's going to depend on how because he's, as long as he's been out, he has to have a ramp up now. So I would assume it's either this week or next. I guess it's gonna depend on how he feels,
Yeah.
how it's going. Hopefully no setbacks, but
I really think he's going to be a lynch for the playoff push. He's going to be a linchpin for us. Really just kind of stabilize things that are still shaky in the bullpen. And the bullpen, obviously, we talked about many occasions, is the biggest weakness of the team.
yeah, but we're as of late been good here the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks. So I mean, it's one of those things like that we've talked about. Like it's just got to get hot, right? I mean, hopefully this is the bullpen starting to get their feel. You know what I mean? To gain some confidence now. Soto's had 10 straight outings with no runs.
Speaking of bullpen stuff, how ridiculous was that story we heard earlier for you guys watching? We heard a story from one of our friends earlier that PETA actually reached out to the Orioles to get them to no longer call the bullpen a bullpen because it is actually, like, I guess, against animal rights or something, and they just really
pull that way closer to you.
yes, and the Orioles professionally were like, no, we're keeping it the bullpen. Like it's what it's called. How ridiculous is that?
What about Calvin's fan section?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone from Jimmy's get on that.
I'm sure they had, but I'm sure if PETA ever said anything about the pasture, Jimmy's is gonna be all over that. Shout out Jimmy Super, by the way.
Yeah. John, Tony,
John
Scholes.
Medakis and all them.
It's ridiculous. And when PETA comes after you, they come after you full force. I think Brian Price, the gentleman who told us the story, even said they were putting up billboards around town about this, the bullpen stuff.
No, they're putting on billboards just fighting Jimmy's basically.
Yeah, well,
Like to get them to stop eating crap.
And Jimmy's went, and I actually appreciated Jimmy's doing this. They put up a billboard that they made a beer called PETA Tears.
PETA Tears.
That was great.
PETA Tears.
Oh man,
Dude, they're awesome on social media.
I didn't know a bullpen was, I guess, derogatory toward Bulls.
I mean, I think
had no clue.
Do you ask them?
Yeah, you should ask. I don't know. I think it's anything. If you call anything that has an animal's name in it, they're gonna cry.
Everyone's sensitive now about everything.
And look at PETA, it's going from the integral to the city.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
I remember PETA went after. Look, this does suck. PETA went after Boise State like a decade ago because they had a blue field and birds were
We're
diving
diving at
into it.
it.
And
Thinking it was water.
They were kamikazing themselves.
Yeah. I'm sure they did something to combat it because they're probably walking out the dead birds on the field all the time.
And
There's got to be something that they did because I remember this being like an issue.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
then the Minnesota, who has the glass stadium, like the glass wall? I think it's Minnesota has this.
Yeah, there's a brand new, so I don't know.
Yeah, there were birds were flying into the windows and killing
The
themselves.
Vikings, yeah, the Gophers play out. Yeah.
Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings. So
Yeah.
and Peter went after them again. And I think now they've tinted the windows. Or the
They should have
walls
went
of
after
building.
the glass cleaning.
Yeah.
You got a shot.
You guys are real good at your job.
Jack's house.
Who told you to put the bomb on? I didn't tell you to put the bomb on. Why'd you put the bomb on?
Your face, your eyes.
Look at the videos.
In case they just seal this, or gonna do.
I'm not sure. Yeah, Washington. Washington has every good coach in the United States helping them out this year. Are they going to be a surprise team? I mean, Chris, Bill Belichick is there every week.
Why?
Steve Belichick's on their, I think
Oh,
it's DC. Yeah. And then also like Michael Lombardi is in there all the time just because there's some kind of connection there. Obviously, there's the Lombardi and Belichick connection.
Yeah, they're like best buds.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that they just enjoy watching film, and now that Steve's there, they're kind of just like huddling. Yeah.
That's going to be the play next year. If Brian Daboll fumbles this year with the Giants, Belichick probably steps in because he has an affinity and his love for the Giants organization because where he came up. He's going to bring Lombardi in to be his GM, and he'll probably bring his son in to be the D coordinator.
Yeah, because that GM will get fired too.
Joe Kane or whatever his name is. Wink Martindale,
I know.
the Michigan defensive coordinator, met him in person multiple times. I'm sure Brett's met him a couple times.
This defense is getting their ass kicked. Right now.
Yeah. He is one of the coolest dudes, and he always looks like he has a dip. And I saw him the first time I saw him in person, I thought he had a dip. He did not. And this goes along with Red Wine Robin Hood behind me. All he did was drink red wine when he was at 5 Iron Golf. First time
Sounds
I
like a
met him.
good man.
Rumpelstiltskin was a good man.
It was not from a box.
Look at Billy football.
Oh, man.
Billy Edwards, what are they, -8, 8.5? Michigan State's really gone downhill since Dan Tony or whatever his last, whatever his name is.
Remember they hired, after D'Antoni, they brought in a guy, Mel Tucker,
Yeah,
and they signed him like a 10-year, like $100 million deal, or like $80 million deal. Then he pulled one of the worst maneuvers. He brought in a sexual harassment attorney to talk to the team about how not to get caught up in, women on campus and getting accused of sexual harassment. And then Mel Tucker sexually harassed her via text messages while he was still married.
nice.
But that's a
What a moron.
bold move, Cotton.
Could be the
Could be
move.
the move.
Shout out, could be the move.
So you got, you don't say, man.
That's what they said. That's what
Jeez.
Michael Jordan said. And also,
Let's tap in.
Yeah, I'm actually. What you want to wrap this up? The boys coming back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap up.
Everybody that's watching, thank you very much. It's a little impromptu get together. We're gonna. Oh yeah.
Were we on the TV screen? With all the TVs? It's on the bottom right.
Bottom right, buddy.
Well, it was. Let me make sure about that.
All right, birds. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and all you guys out there. Mr. Sean Ford, the Bachelor's back, so we're going to continue to have fun with him. Thank you, guys. Hope McCoy.